Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to completing Isle 2 by A ranking every boss in CupHead Isle 2. So let's move to Isle 2 since we're still in Isle 1, as you can see right now. So we're gonna go through Dice's area thingy-majingy. And now we're gonna arrive fighting the candy boss because we have to A rank her or else we can't move on. So firstly, we have to take care of this gumball guy, which is pretty easy to dodge. All you gotta do is have a high damaging weapon and then you can take him out in no time. Now we're dealing with this cupcake dude. All you gotta do is just make sure he doesn't jump on you, and so his cupcake thingy-majingy doesn't get you, because if you get hit by him, you get a life taken away, and boom, we already won, and we need to get some parries so we can get an A rank. Now we're fighting this waffle or chocolate dude. Wait, no, it's a waffle. Yeah, and now we're gonna move on to the last phase right now, since we took out the 3 dudes, and I'm gonna use my super. Let me get this parry real quick. There we go. Now, if you guys didn't know, you can parry the mint or whatever the castle shoots out, that little mint thingy. You can parry it and you can actually get your parries for the achievement at the end. So make sure you do that. And yep, we just gotta dodge these heads and dodge the mint, which is pretty easy because all you gotta do is just jump or parry the mint. And yep, we already won. So let's see if we actually got the results we need. I should have. Yup, A minus. It's still A. Now we're gonna move on to the genie, since he is pretty close to the candy girl. So, yep. Okay, so we have to deal with these swords. I already got a free parry. Now we just gotta dodge these other swords. Now I should get another parry here. There we go. And now we're gonna have to deal with these little walls, which is the second phase. So let's just do that. So all you gotta do is just shoot these little heads. So they are the only shootable part. And yeah. Now we're moving on to the third phase, which is this worm-looking dude. So, yep. Let's deal with this dude. And all we gotta do is just dodge his goofy eyeballs that he shoots out of his head. And we have to dodge these little ghosts that try to get you. But all you gotta do is just dodge them and then shoot the boss. And after we deal with this goofy dude, we move on to the puppet dude, or whatever this thing is. So, yep, this dude flippin' reads our mind, and he pulls out this little toy puppet, flippin' trying to be the master of the puppets. Like, bro. But you can easily just dodge the bullets this puppet dude shoots out. And yep. Also, make sure you watch out for the hat thing. Shoots out bullets somehow. So, yep. All you gotta do is just dodge these bullets from the puppet, and boom, you're already at the last phase, which is this giant dude, and he has 3 pyramids surrounding you. Also, he sends out this weird shockwave. So, yep. Also, you have to watch out for the pyramids because they shoot this little black hole at you. And boom, we're already done with this genie. So, hopefully I got an A or higher. Hopefully. Yes, A minus. So let's move on to the clown dude. So, yep. But I need to change my stats. So I have the lobber and I have the roundabout. So, yep. Let's fight this goofy dude. Flippin' being a clown. So, yep. Let's do this. So, for the first phase, all you gotta do is just make sure you deal with these ducks at the top and make sure you deal a lot of damage. Also, in the regular, some of the ducks can have light bulbs that they can drop onto you like missiles. So make sure you take care of those. And now we're in the second phase. He spawns dogs from balloons, and there's a train that he somehow summons. And how am I already gonna die? Holy cow. But now we're moving on to the third phase, which he rides a horse. So, yep, shouldn't be that hard. And hopefully I don't die because I'm one hit. Okay, now last phase. Hopefully we can win before this dude takes us out with his umbrella thing or whatever he summons. But yep, we can deal a lot of damage doing this little trick I learned from other videos. But yeah, all we gotta do is just make sure we do a lot of damage and make sure you don't die from these penguins that shoots out softballs at you or whatever they are. And now we can deal more damage using the lobber. And quick fun fact, lobber does like 28 damage and we won. Perfect. But yeah, lobber does 28 damage. It's one of the best EX damage. So, yep, and it has some things where it can do triple D damage. So now we are gonna move on to, oh wait, yeah, we didn't get an A, so we have to retry this dude, which is pretty annoying. So, yep, let's just do that and hopefully not die, because we were like one hit at dying. So, yep. So now we're moving on to the second phase. All we gotta do is just deal a lot of damage. So, yeah. Oh, and some of the dogs are parryable, so all you gotta do is just make sure you can just dodge the other balloons. So now we're on the third phase, where there's this green horse and a yellow horse. Green horse shoots out horse shoes that go up and down, and one of them are normal. The first two may be parryable. Normally, it is just one, and if it's yellow, then he shoots them out in a straight line above your head, and then they come down, or they come around above you, and then they shoot down like homing missiles. So, yep, now we're on the last phase with 4 HP. So, yep, let's hopefully win. And I may use my super. Yep, I'm gonna use my super doc. And hopefully we don't die, because we have 4 HP, so we most likely won't die. So hopefully, and yep, I couldn't record the ending, but I did win. So good time, good HP. Oh wait, I got a perfect score. Nice. Okay, now we have to do what do we have to do? Oh yeah, we have to do the bird boss now, since we haven't done that dude. So yep, let's go over the bird boss, and yep, let's take care of this dude. Because this dude is pretty annoying, if I have to say so myself. One of the most annoying bosses, actually, for it just being annoying. So is the dragon, robot, and a lot. Oh shoot, I got hit. So is a lot of bosses. So I'm just using heart ring so I can get more HP. By the way, for the people who don't know what heart ring is, it gives you a heart on your first, third, and sixth parry. So you can, in total, get 6 hearts. So if you want to be rich and get a bunch of hearts, maybe not die, then should definitely use the heart ring. Also, it doesn't debuff you in any way. Well, of course it gets rid of the other special thing you're using. Like Chalice, you would have to use the heart ring, and you can't have Chalice. Also, for the baby dude, my tip is to get really close when the little spiky eggs open up, and make sure you parry all the little laser attacks. Sometimes I don't go in and attack him, but I normally get the laser attacks. But yep, I don't know, I'm too hit. I better not die because, yeah, this boss is a pain. Well, not really, since, oh no, it's last phase. But it's not really a pain because I have all my items, since I already beat it in my last videos, which you should definitely check out if you want to have a good watch. So, yep, you can watch my DLC, CupHead Owl 1, 2, and 3. I also made a playlist, so if you come to my channel, then you can, like, look at the playlist and watch some videos. And what did I get? I got a A-. That's very nice. Now we're moving on to the dragon boss, which is the most annoying boss in my opinion for all 2, since he's just plain up annoying boss. Mainly for his 3rd annoying phase, where he turns into a triplet dragon with 3 heads, or a triplet head dragon with 3 heads that shoot out fireballs, and one of the heads shoot out a flamethrower. Don't ask me how, it's just CupHead logic, and I do not know why. So, yep, all we gotta do is deal with this dragon. That's why I have this upgraded tracker weapon. It's from the DLC. So, yep. And don't worry, if you don't have the DLC, it's perfectly fine to use the chaser. The chaser may do less damage, but it still gets the job done. Also, it has a higher chance of hitting the boss if it moves a lot. So now we're in the last phase. The fireballs are my least favorite part because they are always annoying, since if you hit one, it shoots out into 4 pieces, up, down, left, right, and then they'd hit you. Also, if you're not fast enough, they can just kill you also. And I hope I do not die. Okay, 3 HP. I won. Let's go. Alright, now let's see what we got. Maybe a A, maybe a A+. Good, good, good. Dang it. A, most likely. Yep. Dang it, I wish we could have gotten a perfect score. And now we're moving on to the run gun. By the way, I did the other running gun, and I got an A, so don't blame me. Just blame my past self. And dang it. Okay, I better not die. Let's do that. Now parry. Okay. Let's move on. Boom, bang, pop. There we go. And we already got the coin, so we don't gotta worry about that. So, boom, Boom. Oh, wait. What am I doing? Why am I not hitting this dude? Come on. Take care of him already. Okay, perfect. Okay, let's move on to these cannon things. Cannon stars. Or whatever they're called. Let's just move on. And all we gotta do is just use a chaser to take care of these annoying little fellas that are trying to be a rip-off bomb when they're actually not. Now we're in this memory thingy-majingy, or whatever it's called, where, oh no, I got hit already. But it's just the main part, I think, or whatever it is, I don't really know. But yep, all we gotta do is just deal with these little trumpets and deal with the little things that pop up that have eyes for some reason. So let's, oh no, I'm stuck. Oh no, what am I doing? What was I doing over there? What the heck? Okay, hopefully I did not die, because this is the last thing we have to do. Yes, finally. In total, that probably took me like 30 minutes, since I already have all of my loot I need. And yep, hopefully, yep, A-, let's go. Finally. Holy cow, that boss is annoying. But to show you I did all of the things, here's a little look around. So yep, make sure you like and subscribe and watch my new videos that post daily. Bye.